we come now at this appointed place and at this appointed time, God, to give you praise.
Oh, yes, yes.
Thank you, dear Heavenly Father, for all that has gone forth thus far.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
And Lord, we ask that you don't be done with us, that you speak a word through and
Oh,
to us,
yes, Lord.
Father,
We need you, Lord.
that we might help these your people.
Oh, yes, please.
Pray that in the Father that we realize that we can't do nothing without you. And we understand and know, dear Heavenly Father, that the only way your word going forth is that you allow Harris to sit
Oh,
down
please,
and
Lord.
that you might stand.
Yes.
Pray, Lord, right now that you bless all those that are here. Maybe someone in our midst that don't know you, Father God, that haven't come to the realization that you still sit up high and you
Oh,
look
yes.
down
Thank
low.
you.
You die for not only our sins, but their sins as
Oh,
well.
hallelujah. Thank you.
Father God, prick their hearts right
Oh,
now
yes,
that they
Lord.
might come running asking, what must I do to be saved?
Mm.
And we pray to Heavenly Father, whatever we say and do thus far, that your name receive all the honor, glory, and all the praises. These are none of blessing. We ask in your Son, Jesus' name, we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Let's give God a hand clap of praise if you don't mind.
Amen. Thank you, Lord. God bless you.
I understand if he haven't done anything for you, then it's kind of hard to give somebody praise. But if he woke you up this morning and
Amen.
started you on your way,
Amen.
you laid down last night and he sent angels to encamp around you and you woke up and
Thank you, Lord.
everything
Thank you.
was fine, then you ought to give God some praise.
Yeah.
For having made it.
Thank you, Lord.
I realize it's because of him we move, live, and have our being.
Amen.
Giving honor to God who is the head of our life.
Amen.
In the absence of our pastor, Pastor Harris, who celebrated a birthday on yesterday.
Amen.
Thank you, Lord.
Able to give him much needed rest on today. We want to thank God that we were able to do that.
Amen.
If you don't know the work of a pastor slash preacher, then you ought to hang around him there once in a while.
Amen.
Amen.
It's a hard task because not only do you must teach and preach the word, then you got to be counselor and answer phone calls. Folks
Amen.
want you to do this, do that, and
Amen.
still got to be a parent, a husband, and it's kind of rough. So we want to keep him in our prayers. If you came here today expecting to hear him, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but if you're free, you can come back at 7 o'clock. He will be here live. And if you can't make it, turn your radio to WJLD.
Amen.
So I
Amen.
just gave them a free promo right there, and I hope I get paid for it. To the first lady of this church, to my brother in the ministry, Reverend Diaz-Moore, in the absence of my other brother, Reverend Percy, and his wife. We want to keep them in our prayers.
Amen.
To all the other minister wives, to my wife, to the deacons and the deaconess, to the officer
Reverend
members,
Harris.
business friends. And if it's a devil, I know we a small crowd, but I want you to know the devil come to church too.
Amen.
If there's a devil in our midst, we want to acknowledge them as well. We're doing a good time, and I look like I ain't got my glasses on. I can't preach with my glasses on. I can't see, but I can't preach when I'm on. But it look like it's 20 minutes to 12. We're doing a good time.
Amen.
And I'm not going to prolong the time. I mean, how Reverend Stewart told me I'm going to say my Easter speech and I'm going to sit down. And we're going to be out of here. But there is a word from the Lord taken from the
Thank you,
book of
Lord.
1 Kings,
Thank you.
chapter 17. That's 1 Kings chapter 17 and verses 8 through 16. Reverend Diaz-Moore was so kind to read it for us, and we appreciate that. I'm just going to look at 2 verses. I'm going to try to touch on all the verses, but we're just going to read 2 verses for the sake of time. If you found it, say amen.
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 says, and the word of the Lord. I want to pause right there because we want to let folks know who don't know and don't believe that if God was talking back then, God is still talking.
Amen.
Thank you, Lord.
Amen.
The problem is that some of us just ain't listening.
All right.
Amen.
Here it says, and the word of the Lord came unto him, saying, Arise, get thee to Zarephath, which belongeth to Zidon, and dwell there. Behold, I have commanded a widow woman there to sustain thee. You may be seated.
Amen.
Amen.
Just for a few moments, if you don't mind, we want to talk about when things look bad.
All right.
Trust God.
Amen.
When things look bad, trust God.
Amen. Amen.
The purpose of this message is to show us how we must walk by faith and not by sight.
Amen.
Now, if things are going good for you, your bills paid and you can reach in your pocket and pull out a fistful of money that I'm not talking to you, you can excuse yourself right now.
All right.
But I'm talking to those that are struggling from paycheck to paycheck.
Amen.
I'm talking about those that's wondering and worried about where their next meal might be coming.
All right.
Matter of fact, I think it was just earlier this week I saw an episode of Good Times, and Wanda was about to get evicted. Her lights was off, and Florida had asked James, baby, how much money do we have left, or what do we have left after we paid our bills? And James said, more bills. I'm talking to folks
Amen.
like that.
Amen.
Ones that struggling and trying to worry about how they gonna get their medication.
All right.
The ones, you understand, like I said, they got more month than money.
Yeah.
Those you understand that's in between jobs right about now.
All right.
Those the folks I'm trying to talk to right now.
All right.
Because those that they got it made and got it going on, they ain't here in the church.
All right.
You know, we be worried and be concerned about those, you understand, that don't come in, that look like they living it up, you understand? You know, I used to worry and wonder about it too myself. How can I go to a job and work 9 to 5 and I'm catching hell, I can't eat, I can't sleep, I'm worried if I'm going to be in my house tomorrow.
All right, now.
And how I'm going to get my bills paid, and here they are rolling around in Lexus and Cadillacs.
All right. Now.
Things of that sort, but I realized that the Bible said, fret not thyself of evildoers.
Yeah.
Neither be thou envious of the workers of iniquity. But they soon shall be cut down like the green grass. Otherwise, everybody got a seed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amen. You need to understand and know what we are facing with today.
Amen.
When things go bad, trusting in God, and I might well pause and go and tell you right here while we getting ready to elect a president, while we worried about who gonna go into the White House. You need to be worried and wondering if your relationship with God is intact.
All right.
Because it really don't matter who go into the White House.
Yes, sir.
God is still in control. Yeah. We need to understand and know that when we are faced with trials and tribulations, that we must, you understand, have trust in the Lord.
Amen.
Here in our text, we see that we were introduced to the prophet Elijah. Bible says Elijah was a Tishbite. And Elijah was on the run from the old wicked king Ahab.
Yeah.
I might as well pause and tell you, anytime that you stand for the Lord,
Yeah.
you will face opposition.
Amen.
All right.
But yet, even in the midst of opposition, God can take the things that's working against you
Yeah.
and working in your favor.
All right.
Because if you look at verse number 4, it says here that, and it shall be that thou shalt drink of the brook, and I have commanded a raven to feed thee there. You got to understand that Elijah had already prophesied to King Ahab that it wouldn't rain, and King Ahab had got upset and he was looking for Elijah.
Yeah.
But yet and still, where brook should be dry, God had water there waiting for
All
Elijah.
right. Amen.
Where Elijah didn't know where his meal was coming from.
Yeah.
He had a raven. And if you understand and know anything about ravens, ravens represent death.
Yeah.
And yet and still, this raven brought life to Elijah.
Yeah.
I'm out here to tell you right now, we serve an awesome God.
Amen.
God can work things out
Yeah.
in your behalf.
Amen.
But yet, while you understand Elijah was going through some things, God was still working. Yes, because now the brook has gone dry and the raven has stopped delivering food. It seems like all hope is gone. But you need to understand that God is not, you understand, a limited God.
Amen.
When you think God has reached his limit, God can take you to a new plateau.
Amen.
And God is still working in Elijah's favor.
Yeah.
You need to understand that God is working in your favor
Amen.
as well.
Thank you, Lord.
If we are to have faith, or we going to, you understand that when we're going through things in life and things are looking bad and we're going to trust God, the first thing that we got to realize, we must learn how to step out on God's word.
Amen.
Yeah, in verse number 8 and through 10, every now and then we must get out ourselves and step out on the word of God. Yeah, we are going to step out on the word of God. We must first, you understand, get in position.
Amen.
Text said that, and the word of the Lord came unto him, saying, arise. Number one, we must have a proper perspective when stepping out on God's word. The Lord said, arise, get up. In other words, you can't stay right there. Elijah, you got a poor position in your prosperity. If you're gonna prosper, you got to move and get up from where you are.
All right.
And I believe oftentimes that when we go through things in life, we have the tendency to feel down on ourselves.
All right now.
We have the tendency to have pity parties.
Yes, sir.
But God here is speaking to Elijah and telling us you need to get up.
Yeah.
You need to get up from where you are. Not only that, but you got to have a positive outlook. We serve a God that can do all things
Yeah.
but fail. Even
Amen.
in the midst of our in a fiery furnace.
Yeah.
You understand that these three Hebrew boys,
Yes, sir.
they said that our God can't, but they said even if he don't do it, we know that God has the power to do it.
Yes, sir.
And we must have a positive our outlook about our situation. And I come to realize that a lot of our situations that we are going through in life, realize that some of us did to hold ourselves. But we got a God that's able to pick you up. I believe the song said, if he had to reach way down,
All right now.
Amen.
Jesus will pick you up.
Yeah.
But not only must we, you understand, look at our position, but we got to get in place.
Yes, sir.
Verse number 9. I realize that some of us can't be blessed because we ain't in the proper place.
Praise. All right now.
Yeah, you want to get praised, you want to get blessed, but we don't want to come to church.
All right now,
We don't
man.
want to come to Bible study. We
Amen.
don't want to pick up a Bible and read every now and then, but we got to get in the proper position.
Yeah.
Yeah, in verse number 9, it says here, and he said, arise, get thee to Zarephath, which belongs to Zidon, and dwell there. Behold, I have commanded a widow woman there to sustain thee. First of all, you understand, he gave him some divine instructions. He said here, get up. In other words, Elijah, you got to get up and go. Even now and then, you got to understand that your blessings ain't going to come to you. You got to come to your blessings.
All right.
Yes, for how you going to get a job and you don't want to get up and put in an application.
Amen.
God is speaking to us today through Elijah. Not only do he give him, you understand, divine instruction, but he give him some divine directions. He said, go to Zarephath. And you got to understand that Zarephath sat between Tyre and Zidon. And you got to understand that Zidon, they worship pagan God.
Yeah.
And it's kind of strange that God would see him to a place that worship pagan God. But you got to understand the God that we serve. He is not only omnipotent, that let you know that he all powerful, but he omnipresent. That means that God is everywhere.
Amen.
So God has to show him, not only am I God in Jerusalem, but I'm God wherever you go.
Amen.
Here he had to prove something to Elijah. Sometimes God had to show us that he's still God. He's God in Birmingham as well as God in Bethlehem.
Amen.
God is God in my house as well as he is in your house.
Yeah.
God had to show Elijah these things. But not only did he give him some divine direction, but he told him to dwell there.
Yeah.
God told Elijah that where I am, or where I want you to go, I want you to stay.
Yes.
While we try to figure it out. You got to understand God had already worked it out.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Lord.
It seemed kind of strange that God would tell Elijah to go there. But you got to understand that God, like I said before, is the God of omnipresent. He's everywhere. Now you got to understand Elijah was on the run from King Ahab.
Uh-huh.
But this is how God worked out. God had told Elijah to go to Zidon because Elijah, I said like Ahab wouldn't have thought to look for Elijah and enter his territory.
All right.
See, God is able to make your enemies be at peace with you
Yeah.
when you're going through something.
Amen.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
God told him, I want you to go to Zidon, and there I have commanded a widow woman.
Yeah.
Now that's his God's provision. You got to understand God is able to provide.
Amen.
Yes, sir.
You just got to trust and believe in him.
Yeah.
You understand, David? I believe it was David that said, the Lord is my shepherd,
Yes, sir.
and I shall not walk.
Yeah.
So you can't say that if you haven't trusted in the Lord.
All right,
But if
then.
you have walked 43 years like I have,
Yes, sir.
trying to trust and believing in God, then you ought to understand and know somewhere along the line, God has saw you through some sticky
Yeah,
situations.
amen.
God has brought you through some things that you didn't know how you were going to get
Yes, sir.
yourself out
Yes,
of.
sir. All right.
God, he didn't have to do it, but it was God's grace and his mercy
Yeah.
that brought you through what you went through.
Thank you.
And here God, you understand, had to show Elijah
Uh-huh.
that I'm a powerful God.
Yeah.
You understand? I showed it to you when I allowed you to cross the Red Sea.
See, all right.
He said, now I'm going to show you now. Here in Zidon, God, you understand, gave him some provision. You understand, you need to, number one, know that God's provision is sure.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, God's provision is sure. You can count on it.
Amen.
The text said, I command it. In other words, the woman might put up a fight,
Yeah.
but she can't resist it. She can't do it. She can't understand, can't look over what I commanded her to do.
Amen.
What I'm trying to get you to understand and say here is that you got some enemies out there. They want to do you some bodily harm.
Yeah, amen.
They really want the worst for you.
Yeah.
They really want to see you fall and fail. But you got to understand you got a God that's working it out for you.
Amen.
And when God be for you,
Yeah.
then who can be against you?
All right, yes, sir.
That's what Elijah
Yes, sir.
has to realize here. But you got to understand that God's, you understand, provision not only is sure, but it's strange. Yeah, because God commanded the widow woman. You understand? A poor woman. A woman didn't have much. You understand? To be a help to Elijah. I realize that God can take the ordinary
Uh-huh.
and do some extraordinary things with it. You understand? God took this poor widow woman who didn't have much to do much. But you understand, Jesus was the same way.
All right.
I remember when, after Jesus had got through preaching,
Yeah.
and he didn't want to send the crowd home hungry. He said, look among you and see what you can find. I can remember one of the disciples said, all I can find is 2 small fish and 5 barley loaves.
All right,
In
now.
our eyesight, it didn't look like much, but God don't need much to do what he does.
Amen.
He just needs a starting point.
Yes, sir.
Maybe your situation, what you're going through in life is a starting point for God to bring somebody who don't know him to him.
All right.
And God, you understand, took those 2 small fish and 5 barley loaves and fed 5,000.
Yeah.
And half will remain. God, you understand, provisions might be strange, but he was able to sustain. Because in other words, he had sustaining power.
Yeah.
Because he told him, he said, I command a widow woman to sustain thee. And I come here to tell you, don't feel bad.
All right.
Friends and family turn their backs on you.
Yes, sir.
When you can't get help from no one else. Always look towards God.
Yeah.
I believe the Bible said we need to look towards the hill.
Yeah.
For whence coming all our help.
Yes, sir.
Knowing that your help is coming from the Lord.
Yeah.
Well, not only notice we know that God, if we're going to lean or depend on God when we're going through things in life, that we must step out on God's word. But the second thing we got to do, we got to surrender to God's will. Yeah, verse 10 through 19. That if you say that you got faith in God and you trust in God, at some point in your life you got to surrender your will.
Amen.
And lean toward God. Yeah, I believe Jesus, even in the Garden of Gethsemane, he was struggling with the fact that you understand that he was going towards his will and God's will. You understand? He didn't want to have to go through what he had to go through on Calvary's cross. He asked God if there's any way possible that you could go around it.
Yeah.
And he said, nevertheless, not my will,
Yep.
but let thine will be done.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Jesus, God, you understand, had to show Elijah that he had to surrender his will. Elijah didn't have no problem surrendering his will, because the text says, so he arose and went to Zarephath. So understand, he had to be obedient. So if you're going to do God's will, you got to obey.
Amen.
You can't do it God's way and then try to do it your way.
All right now.
Yeah, he got up and he went to Zarephath. And when he came to the gate of the city, behold, the widow woman was there gathering sticks. And he called to her and said, fetch me, I pray thee, a little water in a vessel that I may drink. Now, I'm going to get back to that in a few minutes, but I want to really go and get to the matter at hand. What causes us not to have faith or causes us not to submit our will?
All right.
The first thing I realized that causes us not to submit our will is fear.
Amen.
If you look at the text, in verse number 12, it says, she said, as the Lord thy God liveth, I have not. See, that's the problem today. We have fear. We say we have faith, but we have fear. You don't have to say, man, when I start lying, that's when you stop. So we claim that we have faith. We want to quote scriptures and talk about how God is this and how God is that. But let your light bill be doing. See how many times offering him alone. Go into the trade.
All right. All right now.
Let somebody ask you for $1 and you ain't got but one to your name.
Yeah.
And see how many folks walk away empty handed.
All right.
We say we got faith.
Yeah.
But we still live in fear. Yeah. Text said that she had fear because she was looking at what she had. Yeah. But we got to understand right now that we walk by faith.
Amen.
I believe that's what Paul said in 2 Corinthians 5 and 7. That we walk by faith. Yeah. And not by sight.
All right, amen.
Yes. We have fear. And fear can cause spiritual death. Yeah, look at verse 12c. It says, behold, the widow woman said that I was there gathering 2 sticks, and he called to her and said, fetch me, I pray. I'm reading verse 10 right now. And he was telling her that he wanted her to bring her some vessels and a drink. Verse 11, and she was going to fetch it. And now in verse number 12, it said that by the Lord thy God liveth, I have not a cake, but a handful of meal and a barrel.
All right.
And a little oil. You understand, in the curse. And behold, I gather 2 sticks.
Yeah.
I can't leave without just touching on the 2 sticks.
All right now.
Because when I look up when you study hermeneutics, you understand, you look at numbers.
All right.
And we all know that the number 2 represents the number of division.
Yeah.
You got the Old Testament and the New Testament.
Yeah.
You understand, good and evil. And when I was looking at this text and I thought about why did, you understand, the writer said 2 sticks. And I came to realize that she was looking at the bad part of the situation.
Yeah.
But I want you to understand that God got another side to the story.
Yes, sir.
While she was looking and focusing on the bad side, God was trying to work on the good side.
Amen.
Yeah, she said, I gathered 2 sticks. You understand? And she said, I may go and dress it for me and my son, that we may eat and die. And she was looking at the bad side of the situation. But you understand, God, was trying to get her to focus on the good side. And what I'm trying to get you to understand, instead of focusing on the bad side, and walking around with your head down.
Yeah.
You got to walk with your head up and know that you're a child of God.
Amen.
And if God brought you to it, God can bring you through it.
Yeah.
That's why David said we walk through the valley.
Yeah.
And when we walk through the valley, we walking with God hand in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, you understand? He said that we have a spiritual fear. That it can cause you, you understand to fear certain things. But we got to have faith. And that's what God and Elijah, through this story, is trying to get us to see. He said, we have faith. God must have first place. Yeah. Look at verse number 13. And Elijah said unto her, fear not, and go and do as thou hast said. But make me therefore a little cake first, and bring it to me, that I may, and after make thee for you and thy son.
All right.
That seems kind of strange. And I'm just going to paraphrase this and talk. I said how other black folks look at it. You mean to tell me that it's just me and my son, and you want me to go and neglect my son? Now, first of all, if I don't eat, that's fine, but my son gonna eat. But you want me to take the little that I do have and give it to somebody else. See, that's how faith works. And see, we got to step out on faith, because we looking at, we gonna take care of us first.
All right.
You understand? God, we say God got first place in our life, but for God, sometimes don't have first priority in some of our lives. If you don't believe me, get sick.
Yeah.
And see how many folks come to church.
All right.
Then we'll put the job before God.
All right.
And we put our health and our circumstances before God.
Yeah.
You understand? We'll neglect God and his house. But then still we want God to do something for us.
Amen. Say it,
God said, just put me first.
Amen.
I believe what Jesus said, if you seek the kingdom and him first, and all these things will be added unto you. In other words, we got to seek God. And that's what we're doing here today through the story of Elijah. We seeking God through the story. Yeah, but here, not only do we see that he won't fail us through what he said, because he said here in the verse, Elijah is speaking for God, but God is speaking through Elijah. Because he said, go make mine first. You understand? Take care of God first.
Right.
And if you take care of God first, I guarantee you that he'll take care of you.
Amen.
I'm a living witness to that. I remember one time, several years ago, I had to pay a bill, and it was going to take my whole check.
All right, man.
And I knew that I had to go to work for another week without money in my pocket. I was worried about bills, and I was worried about gas and what I was going to eat and how I was going to function between this Thursday and next Thursday. And I remember that after I paid the bill, I said, Lord, now I done paid the bill. I did what you told me to do, and I paid my tithes and offering. You're going to have to take care of it. And I never forget, Grandmama was still living. Grandmama called me on the phone and said, I got some liver and rice over here. When you get off work, come by and get you a plate. If you don't eat it, you can take it to lunch for you the next day. And when I went over there, she gave me the plate, but then she also gave me $20. Then the next day, she called me over. She said, I fixed some pork chop and rice. Come over and get you a plate. And I went over and got a plate. She gave me $10. Then I remember great auntie, Nicola, called me and she said, Mike, take me to the store. And she was the type of person that she always paid, and she gave me $20. And next thing I know, it was next Thursday, and I was looking around wondering how I made it from next Thursday to the next Thursday. See, when you get God first and get engaged, God can answer some prayers. He fulfilled his promise. But as we get ready to come to a close, we saw here that, number one, when we're going through situations in life, when we are looking at bad things in life, and we're going to trust in the Lord, the first thing we must do, we must step out on God's will, on his word. If God said, then he can do it.
Amen.
God the only one that can speak things into existence. He told the sun to shine and it still shines. He told the birds to chirp and they still blowing songs out.
Jesus.
Told the dog to bark and they still bark.
All right.
So if God said he can do it,
Yeah.
not only must we step out on God's word, but we must surrender to God's will. If God said, we need to have faith in him knowing that he's able to do it.
Amen.
Amen.
God can do all things but fail. No matter what somebody tell you and tell you why things are looking so bad and saying that God is not real and God is not here. God is very well here.
Amen.
God is sitting back allowing us to do what we want to do. You understand? But he's still here.
Yeah, amen.
And when God get tired, God gonna say something.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
You just best to be hopeful and prayerful that you on the right side of the equation.
Amen.
When God began to talk.
Yes, Lord.
But the last thing I see here, if we're going to, you understand, when we go through things like trusting God, but we must, you understand, see God's grace at work. In verse number 16. And it says, and the people, no, forgive me. And it says here, and the barrel of meal waste not, neither did the curse of all fail, according to the word of the Lord, which he spake by Elijah. First thing we need to realize is that God's grace gives us restoration.
Amen.
Yeah, because the text said it waste not.
Yeah.
The word, you understand, restoration means to restore. That means to make new or bring back into the original form. The text said the barrel of meal didn't waste. Every time, you understand, she dipped into the barrel of meal and got one cup.
Uh-huh.
All it was saying is that the text saying that another two was in his place.
Uh-huh.
Not only does God, you understand, grace give us, you understand, restoration, but God's grace is reliable. Because the text said it wouldn't fail. The text said the oil didn't fail. And like this oil, you understand, you need to know that God's power will never fail.
Amen.
All we got to do is depend on him. Elijah relied on the grace of God from the brook of Cherith all the way to the old widowed woman house. And if we're going to trust in God, you got to know that his grace is sufficient.
Amen.
And not only is it reliable and it restores, but it revives. Number one, it says that if it had not been for God's grace, Elijah wouldn't have died or would have died at the brook of Cherith. If it had not been for his grace, that woman and her household would have died. We could have been like Elijah and could have died in our sin. But it was God's grace and his mercy.
Thank
You understand, that allowed us to see a brand new day.
Amen.
And all I'm trying to tell you is that if we're going to, you understand, have faith, or we're going to make it through these troubling situations, we got to have faith in God.
Amen.
And all I'm saying is trouble gonna come.
Yeah.
It's gonna get worse than what it is right now. But all I'm trying to tell you is to hold on to God's unchanging hand. And if we hold on to God's unchanging hand, then God will not let us go.
Yes,
because I remember he told Joshua, I will never leave you nor forsake you.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
through right here, but I gotta tell you a story because over 2,000 years ago, Jesus, you understand, was faced with a similar dilemma.
Yeah.
You understand, he was getting ready to go up Golgotha's hill.
Yeah.
He didn't have to go because he could have sent down 72,000 legions to fight his battle.
Yes, sir.
But I remember in the Garden of Gethsemane, he said, Father, not my will, but
Yes,
thy will be done.
Yeah.
And he went up down Golgotha's hill.
Yes,
and
sir.
was nailed on an old rugged cross.
Yeah.
Between two thieves.
Yeah.
But he didn't stay there.
All right.
He hung, bled, and died, but early one Sunday morning.
Yeah.
God got up with all power
Yes,
in
sir.
heaven and earth in his hand.
Yeah.
I know he got up
Yeah.
Thursday evening.
Yeah.
He got up in me, and I don't walk the way I used to walk.
Yeah.
I don't talk the way I used to talk.
All right,
I
now.
see things differently. Well, I used to have hate, I got love in my heart.
Yeah.
Why I used to turn my back on folks, now I try to lend out a helping hand.
Yes, sir.
And all I'm trying to say is we have trust in God.
Yeah.
God can bring it from whatever we're going through in life.
Thank you,
You
Lord.
might be worried about how you're going to pay a bill, just put your trust in God.
Yes, sir.
You might be worried about how you're going to stay in your house, just put your trust in God.
Yeah.
We got a God that never leave or never forsake you.
Yes, sir.
I know him for myself and I tried him for myself.
Yeah.
I know he'll be a doctor in a sick room.
Yeah.
I know he'll be a lawyer in a courtroom.
Yeah.
I know he'll be water in dry places.
Yeah.
I know he'll come and rock you in the midnight hour
Yes, sir.
when you can't sleep at night.
Yeah.
And you worry about how you're going to get from point A to point B.
Yeah.
God can give you rest and tell you, go baby, go to sleep.
Yeah.
Everything is in our hands, and I know my hand
Yes,
is
sir.
smaller than God's hand. And while the problem might look big to me,
Yeah.
it's nothing to God, so God can face bigger problems in life. And
Yes,
all
sir.
I'm saying is we must face, if we go through things in life, just put your faith and your trust in God.
Amen.
God will never leave us nor forsake us.
Yes, sir.
When you're going through things in life,
Yeah.
when you don't know your way out, just rest and put your faith in God.
Uh-huh.
Remember Moses at the Red Sea.
See. Yes, sir.
People started complaining.
Uh-huh.
Moses, you done brought us out here in Egypt, right?
Yeah.
Out of Egypt. At least there we had something to eat. If we died, we had somewhere to be buried.
Yeah.
Now you done brought us here. We faced two mountains on each side. We got Pharaoh's army behind us. We got
Yes,
the
sir.
Red Sea here. And Moses looked toward God, and God said, what you got in your hand? It wasn't the rod that separated the Red Sea, but it was God's power.
Power. Yes, sir.
What I'm trying to get you to understand and see why we trying to figure it out. God had already worked it out.
Amen.
Whatever you're going through, I just pray and give it to God. And I guarantee you God will answer your prayers. God bless you and God keep you in God.
Amen.
The Lord of God's church, house is open every time the devil you want. I word about you, I experience about that. We ask that you come in this time. I
Amen.
pray that something was said here was a blessing to somebody's soul. I do know that you're going to go through things in life. But know that God is able.
Amen.
If you just trust and put out faith in you.